Hey Facebook, what's up? It is Val here on this Tuesday afternoon, and I'm going to bring you my Business Tip Tuesday. And I'm going to keep it light because I could go on and on this topic. But something that I notice and it happens is people will come into this business and start their online coaching business, and they're like, I'm an all-in coach and I'm super excited to do this. You know, for me, my team, as soon as you sign up, you're going to get a welcome email from me, and I give you a few very small instructions and step-by-step of what to do, right? And we get you plugged into our new coach training group, and it's great. But what happens between that, you know, the first question in my my email, my welcome email is this: what type of coach do you see yourself as? What do you envision your life looking like within the next 3 to 5 years? And that's kind of where the basis starts. So if you're someone and you're like, oh, I read through it, I watched your video, and I'm an all-in coach, you know, I teach my coaches, my new teammates, to come on and, you know, if you only have an hour a day, let's work together. Let's set up your schedule, because I know for me, I did this business. My first 6 to 9 months, between 1 to 2 hours a day. I was a stay-at-home mom. I didn't have time to be on the computer. Actually, I didn't even own a computer whenever I first started. And I had to work around my family's schedule in order to keep peace in my house too. You know, I was a stay-at-home mom. And I still had to keep up with all of my duties as a wife, as a mom, and everything. But, you know, the disconnect, I think that what happens is, you know, then a couple weeks in, all of a sudden you feel overwhelmed, and maybe you start to look around and you're comparing yourself to people that you saw shouted out in the team page whenever they signed up too, and they're moving their business forward, but you just kind of feel stuck. Or you start to overthink, and you're like, you think you have to do all of this stuff. But what the reality of it is number one, we're excited. Like, there's a bunch of information. We come in, we're like, I am ready to roll. I'm excited about this business. But then, you know, you start to read and you start to get into it, and you kind of start to think, oh my goodness, what is this all about? It's a job. Like, it's a new job. It's all this information. But if you keep it simple to where you literally work on yourself, this is the job description right here of what I do as a coach. I work out every day. I drink my Shakeology. I share on social media what it is that I do because I love it. So it would just be almost in comparison to if I went to see a movie and I really loved the movie. Of course I'm going to tell my friends about it. Or I went to a new restaurant opening and I loved it. You know, I had, you know, one of the new entrees, and of course I'm going to share about it because it's word of mouth and it was delicious, and I want people to go there and experience the greatness that I had. That's what coaching is all about. And you just share your love of Shakeology, of the product, of your testimony and your story of what this has done for you. And we read this crazy little thing called personal development. You just grab a book and you start to read, and you get your mindset in a more positive place. When I started as a new coach, I was not the most pleasant, positive person. I promise you that. But I read such books as, you know, one of my favorites here is Entree Leadership. I love this book by Dave Ramsey. Good Leaders Ask Great Questions. I just finished that one not too long ago. You know, just The Compound Effect was the first book that I read, but I would set aside 10 minutes a day to just start reading. And then setting these few goals of, okay, I want to help 3 people a month. That sounds simple enough, right? You know, it takes work. It takes work. It's not an easy task to get into a new routine, but it comes down to time management. So once you can take time management and start to block out your time, you'll understand that this is something that is so rewarding. Anyone who wants this business to work, you will make it work. And that's what I have to say. Flat line, bottom line, I know that it's possible, but you have to have a heart to want to help people. You have to have a reason why you're going to do this, even on those days or, you know, the nights that your kids don't sleep and you get up early the next day, and why you're going to do your 1 hour blocked off time to work your business and to grow. But I know if I am your coach, or, you know, I am there to give solid instructions of what it is that is important business building tools So, never be afraid to reach out to your coach or, to look into, use Google. Google is your best friend. But understanding that the difference from an all-in coach at the beginning and then a couple weeks going by and you're saying, I think I'm going to put on the brakes. This isn't for me. This is a sign that I'm getting a little overwhelmed. My husband's getting mad at me. My kids, I feel like I'm sacrificing time with my family or my kids. That's a decision that you're making, but it does not mean that it's a sign that you should quit. It means that you need to say, hold up, I need to manage my time. I need to say, okay, the sacrifice is going to be, I'm going to get up a little bit earlier in the morning. I'm going to stay up a little bit later at night. I'm going to cut out the TV shows in the evening. I'm going to talk to my husband about what I need from him so he's on the same page as me. So for me, I talked to my husband, and 4 nights a week I was going to work on my computer, sit next to him on the couch, but we were still together, but I was still doing my basics. So to me, building this business from home, from the couch, next to my husband, while maybe he watched sports or, watched a movie or something in the evenings, that type of sacrifice, to me, that's not sacrificing at all. I get up early, I sacrifice sleep. I learned how to not put my kids on the back burner, and I also get my kids involved with what I'm doing. So my why and my purpose to help people, become the best that they can be, to really take their health and their fitness and make it a priority. And then those of you who come to me and you're like, I want to earn, a couple extra $100 a month to be able to provide something extra for my family. My little girl wants to take dance classes. It would be really great to turn my fitness into this business in 1 hour a day. I have a lot of teachers who, I work with a lot of teachers who are amazing teachers, and they're like, I love the fitness aspect. Can I go ahead and turn this into a little part-time thing? Absolutely. Absolutely. It's 1 hour solid work time with your Beachbody business. And then I have those of you who come to me as the all-in coach. You're a stay-at-home mom, or you're someone who does not like your job, and you're like, I need to change because I do not want to keep running this rat race. But the difference is, it's a mindset that you have to say, okay, no matter what, I'm not going to quit. I'm not going to put the brakes on. I'm going to help 3 people a month in a challenge group, and we're going to work together. So, take that advice and say, okay, wait, am I talking to you? Am I speaking your language? Or are you someone that just said, I don't think this is right for me? If your heart is in it, if you have a heart to help people, and it's just the whole time management thing, that's an easy fix, okay? Don't compare yourself to others. Run your own race, but know that it's not meant for you to stop what you're doing. It's meant for you to figure out a way to make it work. So I hope you guys have an awesome day, and I will talk to you soon.